Well, we're having a bit of deja vu.
Yeah, not again, but our transmission has been replaced, and it's still giving us more issues. So we're here to talk about that here today. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's talk about our ownership experience so far. For those of you that are new to the channel and haven't been following along in our ownership series of this Santa Fe, we do want to quickly talk about what happened the first time before we get into what's occurring now. So, we bought the car, and then on the second day of owning it with the odometer on mile 27, we started getting a transmission judder. Basically, every time you'd accelerate off from a red light, you would make a juddering sensation and feel like it wasn't even going to accelerate at all. It has like a hesitation and kind of a lurchiness to the transmission. We quickly took it back to the dealership that very next day, and they diagnosed that we needed a full transmission replacement.
Now, fast forward about a week and a half later, we've got a new transmission. Hyundai was very responsive, and honestly, they handled the situation about as good as I could imagine, handling a situation like this.
However, that brings us to now where we have a very different subject to talk about.
Yeah, we're now at a post-road trip, you could say, and we've got a little bit of a story, so it's going to be fireside chat with Car Confections here. Story time, but basically, we've had, like we said, after the vehicle's transmission was replaced, we went on some trips. We drove it to Nashville, we came back. That was a round trip of at least 4 or 5 hours worth of driving.
Each way, so about 8 hours total. It was several hundred miles, and the transmission never gave us any issues whatsoever on that road trip. So that instilled some confidence that this issue had been fully fixed and that we were good to go, and it was just a one-off issue. That being said, so we decided, let's go ahead and take this on a family road trip. We have a family of 5, and we are going on a spring break cruise all the way down in Fort Lauderdale. So that's about an 1,100-mile trip each way from Lexington, Kentucky. So it's a pretty extensive road trip.
So about halfway to Fort Lauderdale in Georgia, we pulled off at a Buc-ee's, as most families do, apparently.
Yeah, right.
It was very crowded.
Very good place to get gas and a little food.
But when we took off from the Buc-ee's, we experienced a lot of juddering as we accelerated. This was something that was immediately noticeable by everyone inside of the car, including people that don't know anything about cars at all, our mom and Mason's wife. And it was alarming to all of us.
Yeah, it was one of those moments. We recognized it as a very similar thing to what we had experienced before, and we all just had like that, oh my goodness, what is that? Why is it doing that again? Type of experience. However, like we mentioned, we were going on a cruise, so we had to get down to Fort Lauderdale on Easter Sunday morning to get to this cruise. So there wasn't really much of an option for us to drop it off at the dealership and wait for them to diagnose something wrong with it. So it didn't completely break down on us, so we were like, we're going to have to keep going. And like we mentioned, this was on Easter Sunday, so even getting a rental car at this point was very much kind of out of the question. Easter Sunday at 7 in the morning, no one is open, so we just had to roll with it.
So we proceeded to go the next approximately 600 miles to Fort Lauderdale. It did consistently do this, especially in those traffic situations, because this was occurring in second and third gear this time, not in first gear like the original issue that we had, but in second and third gear this time. So now fast forward to after 7 days of peace on a cruise ship, we get back off the cruise, and now, as you know, we're busy people. We have to go places to get you guys content for this channel. So we need to get back to Kentucky for a press event. We got to leave out
the very next day.
Very quickly.
So there was no option once again for us to be fully grow with the dealership, and then also, what are you going to leave your car in Florida? You can't really do that. So we were like, we're just going to roll with it.
We've already been 600 miles at this point. So, we decided that the risk, I guess, of being stranded on the side of the road was getting smaller and smaller over those 600 miles. So we just wanted to come back to Kentucky, get all the family back up here. And now, here we are.
Yeah.
We are back in Kentucky.
We were very blessed and fortunate that the vehicle didn't fully break down, and we were able to get back. No one missed work. We were able to go on the event that we needed to get back home for. So we're very fortunate and thankful for that. But that takes us to right now, and we're here on a Saturday morning, and we're about to take it to the dealership because there's really nothing else for us to do. The vehicle hasn't fully left us stranded anywhere, so we're planning on driving it to the dealership and seeing what they have to say. But obviously, we're very disappointed in this experience. We really would have loved for this to have turned out maybe a little differently, but like we said, we bought this Santa Fe to make content for you all and to provide, ownership experience, and this has been our experience so far.
The vehicle itself has exceeded our expectations in all the other ways, especially on the road trip. We wanted to report to you guys that it was a great road trip companion outside of this issue. Everybody was tremendously comfortable on this extremely long road trip. Obviously, you don't want to just do that in any type of vehicle. You want to be in a very comfortable and spacious vehicle, and this did accommodate that in every way.
Yeah, all the storage compartments, very handy. You have your snacks and everything hidden in the different storage cubbies.
There are so many places to stick things.
It was really nice. I mean, beside for being very nervous that we weren't going to make it there or back home, I very much enjoyed being in the Santa Fe for, 15 hours each way.
Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately, here we are reporting about this kind of instead. But, this doesn't represent everybody's experience. We do obviously want to point that out. As always, everybody's going to have different experiences with Santa Fe, with other Hyundais. Hyundai as a whole brand has really improved a lot in quality. Our combined reliability index puts Hyundai right at about the industry average, and they are improving every year. So it's just things to consider overall with those experiences. I did go on the forums this morning to check, and in the time since our first problem to now, I could not find any other person that has said they've had an issue with the transmission. So that part is definitely good.
Hey everybody, so after shooting this video, Hyundai did actually provide an updated statement about this second transmission issue that we wanted to provide you all with, and to kind of give them an opportunity to say what they want to say about this. You can see it on the screen right now, and Drew's going to go ahead and read it to you.
Yeah. Hyundai employs a sophisticated launch quality monitoring process for all new vehicles. Car Confection's original transmission investigation led to incremental improvements and additional quality controls as part of our continuous improvement process. Hyundai is investigating a new concern found in Car Confection's replacement transmission. This reported issue was experienced during a different gear change than the original condition that resulted in a transmission replacement. Hyundai is working directly with Car Confections to recreate the issue. We regret any inconvenience Car Confections has experienced with their Santa Fe. The 2024 Santa Fe's transmission has been in service since 2021 and is extremely reliable, and all Hyundais are backed by America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Hyundai will thoroughly investigate, diagnose, and attempt to remedy concerns experienced by any of our customers, who we encourage to contact our Customer Assistance Center at this URL.
Now I can already see the comments for those of you who are maybe looking to buy one and are nervous now. What I would point out is, after our ownership experience, maybe I would consider getting the hybrid that does have a different transmission on board. I believe the hybrids are starting to roll out to dealerships right about now, so if you haven't already bought a Santa Fe, maybe the hybrid would be a more reliable choice. I know you get better fuel economy, and we're looking forward to sampling that out here on the channel shortly. And you'll definitely want to stay subscribed if you're not already subscribed to Car Confections, because obviously we're going to be keeping you updated on the latest information about this Santa Fe, but we're also going to be keeping you updated as to other Hyundai models and all other vehicles in general. We do a lot of car reviews on this channel that I'm sure you won't want to miss out on, and you won't want to miss out on our conclusion on the ownership experience of this Santa Fe, so you'll certainly want to stay tuned for all of that. And I did almost forget to mention, but I just want to point out we have 3,700 miles on the Santa Fe now after our long road trip. If you enjoyed watching this video or found it helpful, we would really appreciate it hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you're already part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support. We'll catch you in the next Santa Fe update video. And until then, have a great day.